Plaintiff Andre Williams had a rough childhood and grew up around drugs and gang violence. But he was determined not to go down that same path. Andre has since started a foundation to give back to his community, and he took the defendant under his wing. But he's suing him today because he damaged Andre's property. Defendant Aquarius Moore says he too grew up around drugs, guns, and violence. But he graduated high school at the top of his class with a full-ride baseball scholarship to college. Aquarius says Andre was a true inspiration and mentor, but he insists he did not damage his property.
Start with you.
Okay, Your Honor, a little background about myself. I had a kind of rough childhood, seeing my family battle drug addiction, in and out of gang, and out of jail due to gang activity.
You were, or your relatives?
No, my relatives. So that was a route that I did not want to go.
Good.
So I decided to go think of some things to do to alter that route.
Well, what city and neighborhood were you?
Well, I'm actually from Chicago, Illinois. I was over on Mozart and Roosevelt.
Okay.
Yeah.
West side, tough side, where all the gang violence is occurring now?
Correct.
Yeah, so how were you able to avoid the peer pressure?
Okay, Your Honor. So stayed in church, stayed active in my community,
Okay.
Doing different things like that. As time went on, I got older, and I decided to go off to the military.
So you escaped the environment, even though you lived in it. You found a safe haven through your church, you say?
Yes, correct.
And perhaps after school programs?
Correct,
That what your
correct.
church had? Okay. That's why we need more churches with after school programs and other things. We need them to do more than just collect on Sunday. Particularly, to help the children of the single mothers. The churches don't have an after-school program to go to, but the pastor has a jet, Mercedes, Rolls Royce.
That's true. That is true.
Prosperity preaching, and ain't nobody prospering but the preacher.
That's right. That's true. That's true.
But he sow a seed.
That's right.
Double down.
That's right.
And you get it.
That's
you didn't get it? Triple. Your faith didn't work. All right. See, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. So that's why I created a foundation myself called I Will Foundation. And what I do, I reach out to the communities. Every August, I give away 5,000 book bags filled with school supplies out of my own account. I also, every Christmas, I give kids coats, hats, scarves, gloves. And then every Christmas morning, I wake up and I go out and give Christmas bags to the homeless. So these are different events.
Oh, this is a big deal. Wow. That's a lot. All right, so you have a foundation that gives and gives directly to the community.
Not only that, sir, I also have a Big Brother, Big Sister program where I have a relationship with Chicago Public Schools, where if they feel that a child is being going down the wrong way, they will refer them to my Big Brother and Big Sister program. I got college students that are juniors and getting ready to graduate. They partner with me, and I align them with a child that is struggling, and they will guide them onto a positive path.
I'm so proud of you, man. Need more guys like you who've seen the hardship of poverty and have seen the violence that accompanies poverty. So I'm proud of you. You're doing great things, and you can count me in for 1,000 toward the foundation. All right? That's what we got.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
We'll have it before you leave today.
Yes, sir. Oh, man.
Give me some background from you.
I'm the age of 21. I'm the youngest of 5 boys. By that being said, ever since I was 16 years old, I've learned how to make my own money the legal way. Good. And that, what I mean by that is like bad blizzards. I'll wake up early in the morning, let's say 6, 7 o'clock a.m. I'll go next door, house to house. Ma'am, do you need help shoveling? That's how I make my money until I reached the age of like 17, 18. That's when I met Dre. He's actually the husband of my big cousin. Ever since the day I met him, he's always, I'd say, gave me inspiration, words on times when I was doing bad. Because as I was growing up, I was always getting in trouble. I'd say my mama would tell me I was young and dumb. So I always.
Did you come up in the same type of community?
Yeah, the exact. I grew up on drugs, guns, violence. I was always surrounded around none but gangbangers, including my father. By that being said, people look at the situation as of, since you grew up around that environment, you should become that. How my mindset is, and judging on me meeting this man right here, total opposite. By that being said, I graduated on the top of my class of high school. I graduated with a full ride scholarship for baseball at one of the top 5 colleges in the state. I got promoted to 2 businesses as managers. That's the reason why I fell back from school and just wanted the money.
So you stopped going to college in order to make some money. You went for the little job. Okay.
I did have
That's what I constantly used to
went
tell
for the
them.
little job.
Stay in school.
Many young people make that mistake. They drop out of college for this little small, fast money, and then they lose that, or they end up getting stuck with the small money when had they finished college, they would have made a lot more money. For example, I did the same thing. I worked at McDonald's, got promoted to assistant manager my first year, but I didn't for 1 minute think I should drop out just because I got a little assistant manager job that back then might have paid me $20,000 a year. 3 years later in college, I made $35,000 a year. 2 years after, I'm not going to debate with you. You want to? Let me tell you why. You made a mistake there. Proud of you otherwise. Proud of you otherwise. And I'm saying that so the other young folks won't drop out of college for this little bit of money. Oh, so I can get me a car. I can get me a car, or I can get my own apartment, or I can get more girls with this little bitty job. Man with a good job gonna come and swoop your girl.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so how does he owe you for $781?
Okay, so one day me and my fiance, and along with his brother, we was at my house, and we was laying around, we was watching some movies. The exact same chair that Aquarius was in, his brother was in right before. So Aquarius sits down in my chair, which is, I have the pictures
please.
As well. That's
The sectional chair.
yeah. So he comes in, and the exact same chair that his brother was sitting in, he gets in it playing around in it.
I wasn't playing.
He playing around in it.
I wasn't playing in it.
Pushing the buttons on it. You know what the chair do. You've been here so many times. So as he playing in the chair, he looks over and he says to me, "You gonna laugh?" I say, "What I'm gonna laugh for?" He say, "I think I broke your chair." So I say, "Why would I laugh that you just broke my chair?" So I goes over to the chair, and he was like, "No, see, I just let it back and I was trying to come back up." I'm like, "Why you playing in the chair? If you were gonna lay back."
Did he ever
chair,
agree to pay for it?
Yes. So what happened was, Your Honor, I had told him, I said, because I know young people and think that we be trying to get over with them on money. Mm-hmm. So I said, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna do. You find somebody to fix it, so I won't have to be involved with the money at all." Or I said, "I'll give you the information and you get my chair and send it back off to the people."
So what happened?
He agreed to do that.
Sir, let me hear from you.
The only reason I agreed to pay for it because I wanted to be nice about the situation.
So you didn't break it?
No, I didn't. I feel like I didn't break the chair. Anything?
You feel like
Yeah,
it?
I know.
Yeah, I know I didn't break the chair. I know that I didn't break the chair.
So
There
when
was
he
many-
mentioned, did you ever say to him, "I broke the chair"?
No.
Did he ever ask you whether
No,
you
that
broke
never
the chair?
came. No.
When did you first hear the accusation that you broke the chair?
This is what happened, Your Honor. As I'm sitting in the chair, I never pressed the button to let the chair back. That was my first time pressing the button so it could go back. So when I pressed it back, the first time I tapped it, so that's when it came out a little bit. I was like, okay. That's when I pressed it completely.
Hey, so what is that?
Listen. That's when I pressed it completely, and I was like, okay, so I'm laying back chilling. So I tried to put it back up because I was getting ready to get up because I was getting ready to leave with my family. It wouldn't come up, so I was like, Dre, the chair won't go back. So that's when he went on about.
And you say you have evidence that he agreed to pay for
Well,
it?
this is, I have a text message, Your Honor, where I told him that I said, if I have to go through the court, then I'm going to
Yo,
charge
what's
you.
going on with my chair? I've been working like crazy is your response. So you're not going to pay for it? Because if I have to pay for it myself, I'm going to take you to court, and I'm just being honest. I'll sue you for twice the amount for having me go through it. I'm just trying to be cool and let you find someone to fix it. 2 times the amount? Yes. If I have to go through all this, yes. So you're discussing it with him like you're going to pay for it. And based on what you said, it sounds like you are the one that caused it. 781 is your judgment. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck. Thank you, guys.
Go sit in front of them people. Hey, you can give me a hug, man. He's still my little brother. And I still love him, and I hope the best for him, and I'm going to continue to push him.